With the new CX Infinity line being recently released, it's been the talk of the town. All three releases have brought several parts with the potential to shake the meta and could run it for the foreseeable future. Now that's great and all, but what happens when we bring all three new releases into a tournament setting? I took it upon myself to answer that question, and the results are very interesting. This past weekend, I went to my usual BeybladeX weekly local at Springfield Mall's Karaoke Cavern to see what would happen if I only used the new CX Infinity line releases. The combos I'm running are Bahamut Blitz, Break Knuckle 560 free ball, Night Fortress, Guard Jaggy 160 rush, and Soul Rage Flow Heavy 150 level. All of these combos I came up with myself, however I do not claim to be the first person to use these in tournament. The rules for this tournament are as follows. It's CX Blades only, meaning you can only use CX Blades tonight. 5 rounds of Swiss will be played, all being first to 5 best of 1. The top cut of 8 will advance to a single elimination format, being played first to 4 best of 3. Shout out to the DMV BeybladeX League for sanctioning this event, and to Karaoke Cavern for allowing them to host. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down what your favorite CX Infinity line blade is so far. Let's see how these new releases do in battle. In this first match, we're up against Zaza Lunatic. We played each other in my last video and I 5-0'd him. So let's see how this battle goes. Up first is my Night Fortress up against Lunatic's Blast on Ball. And terrible positioning on my end gets me sent straight into the pockets. Not a great start, but hopefully my Bahamut Blitz can score against Night Fortress on the stock combo. That was the quickest 5-0 I've ever seen in my life. It's all good though, we got 4 more matches to play. There's no way the same thing happens twice. In the second round of Swiss, we're up against Mystical Archer. I sent out Bahamut Blitz against his Emperor Hunt. I launched this combo way out of control. Freeball went crazy and lost all of his stamina early in the game. Now it's Rage versus Eclipse. I can't believe this, man. I just got parried into the extreme zone. That puts my opponent up 4-0. Before the reshuffle, it's Knight against Blast. No way we get extremed again. Alright, wait. Now before you click off this video, I promise you, I do not get 5-0 for the rest of this video. Stay tuned for some actually good matches. Alright, now let's just pretend the first 2 rounds didn't happen. We're up against Boogie in the 3rd round of Swiss. Once again, I open with my Blitz against Ragnar Rage on point.
3, 2, 1, go.
Boogie self-extremes, but since there was no contact, it's just 1 point in the relaunch instead of 3 points.
3, 2, 1, go.
Bahamut manages to score me my first actual point of the tournament. Better late than never. Now it's Soul Ragnar against Pegasus Blast in this next one. Once again, we pulled through with another spin finish. Before the reshuffle, it's Knight versus Wizard Art.
3, 2, 1, go.
Now it's game point in my favor heading into the reshuffle. Let's see if Bahamut can seal this one out for me.
3, 2, 1, go shoot.
We finished with a clean 5-0. We definitely needed that dub. Now we're up against Zor in this 4th round of Swiss. I played against Zor a couple tournament runs ago, and our match went down to the wire. Let's see how this rematch between us goes though. We both sent out Soul Rage on similar builds. This one will be interesting.
I'm just on 150.
160, you're on level.
3, 2, 1, go shoot.
His rage seemed to be a little out of control there as I knocked him into the pocket. Now we're both running Bahamut, with his being on Emperor 960 Jolt.
3, 2, 1, go shoot.
I ended up self-bursting on a rail there, but it's all good. We're only tied up 2-2. It's Knight versus Pegasus in the 3rd matchup.
3, 2, okay. 3, 2, 1, go shoot.
There were hard hits at the start of this match, but Knight Fortress had better stamina in the end. Now we got a Bahamut rematch.
3, 2, 1, go shoot.
Zor got my Bahamut super tilted early in this match, which made me lose all my stamina. Let's see if Knight can turn the battle around for me though.
3, 2, 1, go shoot.
After the judge reviewed the footage, Ragnar ends up clutching that one up for Zor. My back's up against the wall here. I need Ragnar to pull through for me.
3, 2, 1, go shoot.
We're still in it. Now it's 4-4 and I bet it all on Ragnar in this match.
Three, two, one, go.
We did it! Ragnar got Zor's Ragnar into the exile pocket and seals the game for me. Now my record is 2-2 headed into this last round of Swiss. Now we're up against Mel's Funny. Even if we don't make it to the finals, I'm aiming to end with at least a positive record. It's my Ragnar against Mel's Brave in this first match. Rage on level seems to be the move for this blade so far. Next up is Knight Fortress versus Hell's Might. There were some explosive hits to open up this match, but Might wins with a superior stamina. Before the reshuffle, it's Eclipse versus Bahamut.
Unfortunately, that one counts.
A crazy late game smash attack sends me flying to the X side pocket, but I narrowly escape, which gives my opponent only 1 point. Now it's a rematch between Knight and Hells. Hells just barely wins that with the spin finish. It's 3-1 right now, and I need Ragnar to make something happen for me. A clean over finish grants me 2 points, tying up the score. Now it's Bahamut versus Brave. It's game point in my favor now. Once again, I'm banking it all on Ragnar.
3, 2, 1.
150 bailed me out there. What a final match. We ended the tournament 3-2, but unfortunately it wasn't enough for me to get in its top cut. I blame that on the first 2 unlucky games though. This was definitely a fun way to play around and experiment with the new blades, and I definitely enjoyed myself doing so. Let me know what you guys think about the CX Infinity line so far in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching. I'll catch y'all later.